What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of BassQuest. It's 2019. I'm super excited to bring y'all some footage of Chickamauga. I know a bunch of guys have been messaging me. It's getting around to tournament season again. So the tips and tricks are coming, so don't worry about that. We're gonna have this coming week, I'm gonna post 2 videos for you guys of recent footage within the last 2 weeks. So hopefully give you an idea of what the fish are doing right now. Today, however, I'm really excited to bring you some footage of me and Will Van Eaton. He was kind enough to invite me up to Norris Lake to fish for some big smallmouth bass. And not just fishing for smallmouth bass, because you guys know I do that on the river system a lot. We're talking fishing for smallmouth bass in like 30 to 50 feet of water. I'm doing a technique some of you might be familiar with, either Damiki rig fishing, tight lining, and just like really finesse grub fishing or small swim bait fishing. So I hope y'all like this footage. We caught these fish in all that deep water and big fish, you'll see, on 4-pound test. Now, you Chickamauga guys are like me. We don't even understand like what 4-pound test is. Unless you're a crappie fisherman around here, you don't even, like when I touched it, I was like, this has got to be human hair or something. It's super tiny, tiny diameter line. You'd think you would snap it immediately, but there's some things that we did to keep that from happening. So stay tuned to the end of the video. Some awesome fish catches right now, but I'm going to give you kind of some tips and tricks on how to do something similar to this on your lake and catch big fish using extremely finesse tackle. Let's jump in.
That's a good one.
Oh, Billy, we got one.
That feels like a really good one. Yeah, 4-pound line. God, look at the rockfish busting. Yeah, it feels like a pretty good one, but I can't tell though. For
things
sure.
happen over here. I'm trying to get it out of your way here.
Yeah, you're good.
Heck yeah.
Just fire right back out there where I was at, man. That's where they're gonna be bunched up at.
Yo, look at them rockfish right there.
Oh, I know. Listen, if you want to catch them, catch them. I don't care what we catch. It's a decent little fish. If I use swim bait over in there, Scott, you'll catch them for sure. Catch one, man. That'd be good camera stuff.
Yeah,
There you go, man.
Show it to that other little camera over there. I like it. Looks like we got some definite.
Right.
Oh,
They're
shoot.
all around us.
Oh shoot.
Oh, God. Now I'm
Oh,
nervous
look, right in
for
front of the
this
boat.
thing.
There he is. Got one.
Striper or small?
Smallie, big smallie. Head shaking. Big smallie. Maybe a striper. It's coming up, smallmouth.
I think it's small. It could be a big one.
It is a big one. It's coming up. It's about to jump, I think. Nah, he's turning into a striper the longer we go here.
Yeah. Good, man. Still fun.
Heck yeah. I was down on the bottom. I guess they're just loaded in here.
I mean, it could be a big smallmouth. You never know.
Felt like I got about to where you were a second ago. Dude, they're in here.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad they're still here.
Yeah.
That way I'm not a liar on your cameras.
Oh, that's a big bull right there.
Yeah, some of these are huge.
Should have brought my big swim bait.
Now I've got like everything you can think of if you want to try it.
You know.
You got one too?
Oh, yeah.
Doubled up. I guess I'll just get the net, boys.
Heck yeah. This is crazy.
That's awesome.
We got this fish, big fish, feels like on 4-pound test. That's something we do a lot of. 4-pound test.
At least yours is 8. Yeah. Look at the graph at the school.
God.
Oh, I don't have any idea.
Oh, I thought you saw him.
No, I
saw him. It's so deep though, you can't tell.
You got yours up? That's a pretty good one. Drag him over here, Scott.
Oh man. It's about how big mine is too, it looks like.
Oh, you got yours up too?
Yeah. That is so cool.
Grab him out of the net there real quick if you can.
I could do this all day.
Well, no, we gotta get a picture of the double.
Here we go.
Yep.
Good Lord, look at him go.
Oh crap, got my net. Fail.
Look at, oh my God, some of those are huge, dude. Good Lord, in front of us, there's some big ones.
Don't hook me.
Jesus. Hold on.
Here you go. You can get right back in there if you want to, unless you.
We'll fire in this heavier.
Yeah, a little heavier line.
Yeah.
There you go. Now this is nuts. There you go. Well, here's your double.
Oh my God! Look at that. Dude, that's crazy. Let me get over here.
Yeah.
Look at you. Golly.
Let me let him go.
Yeah.
How does that need to do it? I'm gonna have to throw in there on there. Almost a rattle trap.
Yeah, dude, that's freaking.
They'll eat a rattle trap, really.
Heck yeah.
I got this one on 20-pound line. And man, I've got all kinds of stuff like that if you want to throw something real heavy.
You might just have to do it. Oh my gosh, dude. There's some big ones everywhere. I'm just gonna drop straight now. Look at. I'm dropping straight now.
I mean, there's hundreds of them in here. There he is. Oh, this is big, big. Holy smokes. You can't tighten the drag tighter than this is. Listen, if they don't bite that, I got like 5 rattle traps tied on in there.
Yeah.
So feel free to grab one. You got the net.
Look,
That's awesome.
Look at that thick. It's a nice thick one right there.
Oh yeah, it's healthy. Maybe pliers, please. Maybe not. Nope. Get it out of there.
Yeah, you gotta watch them things with treble hooks, man. I'm freaking.
Look at the gut on that thing.
Oh my God. What was that, like 10, 12 pounds? Maybe more?
At least.
Yeah, probably more.
Yeah, what do you think? You got any guesses?
My guess, 12. 12 to 14.
Yeah, he's a big one.
It's a freaking stud.
Back in the water he goes. Let's see if I can dig my hooks out of the net.
Got in that too.
Got it
Yep.
for sure.
Yep.
Sweet.
Coming up
Looks like a good one. Sound like a good one.
Coming quick.
Got any weight to
Oh. Yeah, you got some
Make
weight.
sure he can feel a little bit of drag.
Yeah.
That line is tiny.
Oh yeah. Nice one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nice one.
Man. That is a good one.
Yeah, buddy.
There you go.
Yeah, buddy. That's a nice one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Come here, little dude.
There you go.
Looky there. Right in the nostril. How you like that? How's that smell, buddy?
So is that officially the deepest bass you caught?
That is officially the deepest bass I've ever caught.
Come out of 35 foot of water.
35 foot. Never caught a bass deeper than that. Oh. Looky there, looky there. That's so cool. What a pretty little fish, too.
Yeah.
It's surprising how much color they have living way down there.
Oh, please eat this thing. If that one eats it, I know it's a good one. Yes.
Oh, Billy on the...
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I think that's a striper.
Yeah. Oh, on the Damiki.
Yeah. Watch him come up and eat it.
That's so cool.
Oh, that's a heavy fish. Yeah, that's gonna be a 45-foot deep striper.
Look at him down there fighting. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Listen, you might as well just keep fishing. I don't know. He's coming up, but you could see where he hit it.
Yep.
And then he just disappeared with it.
45-foot Damiki rig striper.
Yeah, he's right here.
Ought to be like 8 pound smallmouth.
Is that another drum?
Come up and ate it.
Come up and ate it.
That's funny.
Yeah, I got him. Oh, nasty thing.
Old slime rocket. Shoot. So many of those we catch on Chickamauga. On a grub especially. Throwing a grub like this. Woo, buddy.
Oh, Lord.
Big one?
Grabbed it on the way down.
Got him.
Yeah, that's good. Huh?
Where you bringing him to?
Right here in the front, I guess. It's either smallmouth or a tiny stripe. I think it's a smallmouth. I didn't get your line, did I?
I don't think so, but I'm reeling
That's
just
a good one.
Oh,
not bad.
No, that's a big one. Stay hooked, baby.
Yeah.
That's a stud.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
Nice.
Dark. Look at the color on it.
Yeah,
I like that
been-
up the shallow.
Yeah.
Show that camera over there.
Shallow, 30 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pretty one.
That's awesome.
You want to keep any for pictures or anything at the end?
If you're down for it, yeah.
I'll put it in live well, 'cause I know that big one is. Every time you twitch that thing, I tense up.
Yeah.
Got him?
Oh yeah. Big one. Okay.
I don't know what it is.
It's coming up like a daggone smallmouth.
It is, it's a good one.
Here he comes.
See color down there, it's smallmouth.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What I'm talking about.
Oh dude. Yeah.
Funny, they all at once started feeding real good.
That light changed.
No,
No.
17. Well, you show him to the camera.
Wee.
Woo! Brown.
Yeah, just throw that in the floor.
Smoky grub, live baiting it now. Letting the live bait hunt out there. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Feel like a big one?
Oh, nice one. Really nice. Nice one.
Golly.
Oh yeah. That's a big one. Oh yeah. You got him.
Don't you?
Yes, sir.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
That's a keeper.
Now that's a keeper. Ain't no doubt about it there. If that thing cut up, that's gonna be a good video right there.
Scott, you see where that tree's laid down there at the edge of that point? Like
Yeah.
two of them crisscross?
Yeah.
Throw straight at that.
There's one.
Got him?
Little one. Yeah.
Atta boy. Yeah, I got him.
It's not very big.
4-pound line, better safe than...
Oh, it's little.
Oh, yeah, he is a little.
Yeah.
Don't you look how he
Fish.
ate it, though.
I know. He had a hold of it for a minute.
Oh, that came out of it.
Yeah. Man, it's a pretty little fish. Look at that little guy. God, pretty. Love them little smallmouth.
Oh, you can't beat him.
For sure, in like mid-March, late March,
Yeah.
these smallmouth will pull up and they'll start running spawning areas, and you'll be able to catch them in 10, 15 foot of water.
Oh, heck yeah. There he is.
Got him?
Yep.
Come on.
Got one.
Is Ned or no?
I think so.
Need net?
No.
Oh, wow.
Choke that.
He come right off that tree, didn't he?
He did. I thought I had a limb for a second there. Almost didn't swing. Probably, conservatively. Got him.
Need anything?
Ah, a little better one.
He is better.
They look so pretty in that water.
Yeah.
Nice. A little bit bigger grub. He ate that time. You wanted him a bigger meal there.
Yeah.
There he is.
Got
He
it?
thumped it on. Oh, that was a big one.
Oh, no.
Thumped it on the way down. Suspended.
Dang.
I started letting it fall. He goes thunk. I set the hook and it was like,
Oh, it was bent double.
yeah.
Dang.
Just 2 big head shakes. All I got.
See, that's where, like, I think the ball head with that little bitty wire hook typically sticks them pretty good.
Man.
You messed up, kid. You messed up.
Oh,
There he is.
maybe.
Got him. Yep.
Sit right here at the boat,
Right
did
up on you.
Oh, that's a good one.
Angry elf. He got down that. As soon as I got down that chocolate wire, I just slowed it down.
Yeah. That'd make a pretty cool video getting them shooting up like that.
Heck yeah. You angry, bro? You mad, bro?
That's fun with that little white line.
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Heck yes. I love it. Man, they got teeth in here, don't they?
Yeah.
Can't be eating too many crawdads with teeth like that. Jeez. See here again.
Oh crap.
Dead sticking it.
Ain't that something?
Dead sticking them. Some guys just got
That don't
dead
even
stick.
count there.
Don't count. Yeah, look, that little bitty hook right there, though, man, just goes right in there. Skin hooked them, but I mean, you don't really have to pull. No, I'm thinking they're going to go back there and spawn. No, that's a big one. There you go.
Yeah. You got it?
I just check your drag if it is a big one. As big as any of them.
I don't know, that's a good one. They're strong, ain't they? Right here is where they'll pop you. There you go. These probably hook pretty good.
That's awesome. Oh yeah.
Nice.
That might be 18 inches. Close.
Oh yeah. Scales and the floor.
Did you see me check it?
Look
I
at
was
the
like,
color.
is that a fish?
Look at the color on it.
That's so cool. Dude.
I bet that's 18. It's skinny, but it's a long one. Let's check it.
Alright, hope y'all enjoyed that footage right there. That was so awesome catching all those fish. We ended up catching 25 fish that day in total. A lot of them I didn't put on camera just for the sake of redundancy and everything, but those 2 techniques were pretty awesome. We only caught 1 fish doing the Damiki rig fishing, and you saw it was that big drum. And then the rest of them were doing kind of a throw and cast, like a really finesse, almost like a swim bait technique in really deep water. And some of them were caught actually tight lining. Now, tight lining is when you kind of keep your pole up in the air and you pendulum the bait when you're throwing at a rock ledge or some kind of deep bank. The bait hits and you're actually reeling that, so you're fishing for suspending fish, and you pendulum the bait back towards yourself. So when you saw us keeping our rod tip kind of high or dropping the rod tip as we were reeling in really slowly, that's what we were doing. And we were in casting range. We were actually casting at the target, which in this case was those rock ledges. Now, the other thing that we were doing, the Damiki rigging, that's when you're dropping straight down. You're actually watching your graph, so you're in 40, 30, whatever, however deep water you're in. You mark that fish down there on the graph and you drop the bait to it. Now, it's similar to what you see these guys ice fishing. There's a lot of ice fishing videos going on. It's really similar to that video gaming style fishing, or another thing that kind of crosses over to me is drop shot fishing, when you're video gaming that fish straight up and down. And just like ice fishing, it seems like a lot of times in order to get that bite, when you get that fish to rise or to fall, chase that bait down, a lot of times as you make the fish pull up, so as you kind of lift the bait, so as that fish becomes interested, that bait's kind of moving away from him, and the higher you get that fish to rise in the water column, the more likely you are to get a bite. I'm actually going to do another video completely separate on a few more of those tips and tricks just to keep this one a little bit shorter, so stay tuned for that. That's going to be coming up really soon. Now, as far as how we're able to catch those huge fish, you saw those giant stripers that we caught, big drum, 18, 19 inch smallmouth bass. You would think they would immediately break your line when you're setting the hook. The key to that technique is you either upsize with fluorocarbon, so you want to do maybe a 6-pound test, even 8-pound test fluorocarbon, or if you want to drop down to that 4-pound test, that needs to be monofilament. And he's using monofilament. I was talking about probably getting to do the same technique in some waters that we have around me, using a like a 4 to 5 pound test copolymer line. So I'm going to be looking into doing that as well, neutrally buoyant. The reason is you don't get that reverse bow that you do when you're fishing really long casts with monofilament. That bait sank down, but your line is wanting to float, so you get a reverse pendulum or arc going down, and that's why sometimes it's a little bit harder to feel that fish. However, when you set the hook with that ultralight gear, ultralight line, you have a better chance because there's so much stretch in that monofilament, it'll keep you from breaking that line. So you have to actually have that drag a lot tighter than you would actually think. And then once you set that hook, you get that fish hooked. So in other words, when you get past all that initial stretch, when you're fighting the fish, you need to adjust the drag back down as you're fighting the fish up. As far as a rod and reel combination, you're looking at a 2500 series reel, so small reel, maybe even 1000 series reel depending on it, maybe for that tight lining there. A 6 to 7 foot spinning rod. I would say you want a little bit of a fast action, but not too fast. You don't want that thing unloading on you too much. You don't want it too stiff. In other words, the shutoff point, or where the main power body of that rod is, you don't want it engaging too quickly. That way if a fish comes up to the boat and is fighting around like they do in that clear water, you have less of a risk of breaking them off, especially with like a braid to leader setup. So I would say more of a moderate fast action. So I'm gonna be kind of messing around with that a little bit myself. There's some lakes around here I can do the same thing, but that was Norris Lake. You're talking 20-foot visibility, sometimes even more, extremely clear water, and that is the deepest I've ever caught a bass on anything. So the deepest I've ever caught a bass. It's also the biggest fish that I've ever caught on a 4-pound test. So a great day. Once again, thank you to Will. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. As always, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, ring the bell so you get notifications. And as always, guys, I hope this week finds you out on the water, and I'll catch you there.